Welcome,
it's good to have you back on the show. We have already got tons of messages for you. We're just going to read a few. Andrew says, the fire drill episode of Fawlty Towers is probably one of the funniest things I have ever seen in comedy.
What does he mean, probably?
When he answers the phone and screams, "We're having it!" it kills me every time.
It is the best single scene in Fawlty Towers, the fire drill.
Oh, he'll be delighted that you agree.
Lucy says, I love Fawlty Towers. I used to watch it with my family, and whenever I see the repeats, it reminds me of those precious family moments.
Yeah, it's lovely. There are families out there who almost communicate with each other entirely. Quotes from Monty Python. There's one family where the game is to put a Fawlty Towers quote in without anyone else realising it's a fault. That's the game they play all the time.
But it must feel warm and fuzzy that people still love it so much.
Yes, it's lovely. And an extraordinary thing is if I do meet and greet after my stage shows, it's lovely when 70-year-old men with a tear in their eye say, "Thank you for making me laugh." Or the oddest of all, people saying to me, quite a lot of them saying, "Thank you for helping me to get through difficult times." So I think of myself as a comedy therapist.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch. Nice touch.
It is.
Right, so you're bringing Fawlty Towers to the West End, to the stage.
It on the stage.
Yeah, how are you going to be adapting it for the stage?
Well, we took 3 episodes. We took some time to choose which 3, and we put 3 episodes, and then we kind of dovetailed them together. So that the whole thing, and then we have added a little bit from another episode. And the episodes they don't go 1, 2, 3. They all they start and then the next episode comes up and then we go back to the first and then the third. And then you have a final climax when they all sort of come together and there's an extraordinarily funny moment there.
Oh, nice. And Pete, one of the episodes is the Hotel Inspector, which people loved. And you say yourself that Bernard Cribbins, who stars in that one, is one of the best guests that you had on.
You see, there's so many good actors in this country. And Joan Sanderson as Mrs. Richards for the hearing aid. But I have to say, if I had to give a prize to one, it would be Bernard Cribbins. And that's one of the reasons that we included that one. Then we got Mrs. Richards. And then we've got the Germans episode, of course, because you can't do that. Can't go without that.
No, classic, absolute classic. Now, you've got a brilliant actor called Adam Jackson Smith.
Extraordinary.
Playing Basil, of course. Now, recently, after rehearsals, you popped into his dressing room, didn't you, for some words of encouragement?
Yes,
have a look at this.
Him, that's right.
There it is, have a look.
Adam!
John!
Hi, don't get up, don't get up. Good, excellent. Just enjoying your performance very, very much.
Thank you so much.
What I was thinking was, in some of those scenes, it would be good if you could do it just a little bit better.
Better?
I think you could do it better. Louder and...
faster.
Funnier.
Funnier.
And, above all, better.
Better.
Okay? Good.
Thanks, John.
Excellent. Always happy to help. Bye-bye.
Drop by any time. Better. And funnier.
He took it in good spirits.
Oh, he's lovely. The only danger is he's going to be funnier than I am, in which case I shall have him fired.
Immediately.
I doubt it. But anyway, has it been hard for you, John, letting go of the character that you know so well?
See, what people don't understand about the Pythons is that we're all writers who happen to perform. So for us, the important thing is the writing bit. And once I've written it, then it's I might play it or somebody else might. And it seemed the most natural thing in the world, and he's doing it. It's a little different from mine, which I like. I mean, what would be the point of a carbon copy? Same with Sybil. AJ is absolutely terrific as Sybil, but she's a little different from
Yeah, nice. Well, one scene many people will remember from Fawlty Towers is when Basil's car breaks down and he loses his temper.
Oh, yeah.
Let's remind ourselves of that moment.
Right, this is it. I'm going to give you a damn good thrashing.
She's I've made clear that's not in the stage show, of course.
Oh,
It's a shame.
and it's a shame. But you know, you were saying yourself that to get that scene absolutely bang on, it was quite a lot of work, wasn't it?
You see, comedy is extraordinarily complicated. It's much, much more complicated than drama. And in that case, I went off at the beginning and I got a branch and I came back and I said, rolling, and they said, yeah, we're shooting, and I hit it, and it wasn't funny at all because the branch was too rigid. Then I went and got a floppy one, and that wasn't funny either. And then I got one that was exactly right, and it becomes hilarious. Now, how do you explain that?
You can't.
You see what
I don't know.
You can't explain that.
Why? I still don't understand it, and I don't understand a lot of comedy, but I can do things now instinctively without really knowing why I'm doing them, you know.
Well, it worked. Anyway,
It worked. It was hilarious.
There is some great news, though, for Fawlty Towers fans. You and your daughter teamed up to write some new episodes, I hear. What can the fans expect?
Well, we're trying to figure out how to do it. First of all, there's no point in setting it in Torquay, because we've done that. We've done it well. We can't do it any better. So we're going to do it in the Caribbean. And she's going to be my illegitimate daughter, because one pretty lady one day came and stayed in Fawlty Towers when Sybil wasn't there, and she seduced Basil for a bet.
That is brilliant.
That sounds...
Do you know, I love that you've placed it in the Caribbean as well. That's
Smart.
very handy,
Very,
isn't it?
very
It's also there'll be much more stuff shot outside the hotel, you see. And you've got all the water sports and all that kind of thing. So we've been working on that, but it's a slow start, because when you're trying to create new characters, you're going to have to live with them all through the series, so you've got to get them right, and that takes a long time.
Loads for people to look forward to. Thank you very much, John.
Pleasure.
Absolute pleasure.